Hi, I'm Cheryl. We're going to make this gorgeous card. I'm using both Stampin Up products and some from Heartfelt Creations. If you've ever seen their things, there's some really nice stuff that they have too. But before we even start, well, first of all, I hope you made your flowers, because we're going to need these flowers for the card. I have a video, a companion video. It's part 1, and make the flowers with that video. And second of all, this is not a beginner card, and it's not something you're going to put in an envelope and give someone. It's very, very dimensional. So let's get started making this card. Let me go over real quickly what I'm using. I'm using designer paper from Heartfelt Creations. It's the Tropical Paradise collection, and it's some really gorgeous stuff in here. Let's see, on my original card I used, let me find it, I used this little strip. They have all kinds of little strips and little notes and tags and things in it. And I fussy cut from this paper, and this is the back of it, it's two-sided. I fussy cut a cockatoo from this section. For the card that I'm making today, I wanted something a little different. So there was a toucan down in this corner here that I fussy cut out. This is the back side of it. As you see, it's got all these little banners and sentiment things that you can cut out also. If you go to their website, you can look at all of the different papers in here. It's a little hard for me to get it in my video. We're also going to use designer paper from, that was me throwing it on the floor, from Delightful Daisies, and we're using this, which is a beautiful kind of a misty Tranquil Tide colored paper, and we're going to cut a strip of that, a 4 1/4 inch strip right down here, and we'll use every bit of that strip in this card. There you go. And keep that piece handy. Yeah, there's the toucan I fussy cut. That's what we'll be putting on this card. I just want something a little different on this one. And there's that strip. I've already pre-cut that. And I have this die that I got from a website. It's AliExpress, A-L-I express.com, and you can get a lot of wonderful dies. They're very inexpensive. It takes quite a while to get here, but this is the cutout. This is the die itself. So I'll put a link down below where I found it, if it's still available from them. If not, you might have to kind of search around for it, because that happens on that website, that sometimes where you found it one time, they don't have it anymore. I used the sentiment from Happy Birthday Gorgeous, and it's just a happy birthday. I'm using 2 sets here of border dies from Heartfelt Creations. This is Delicate Border Basics and Classic Border Basics. The one has a little leaf die that I used. It's kind of a leafy border. And then the other one has the edge to cut our designer papers. Okay, I have Tranquil Tide ink. I have a piece of Tranquil Tide cardstock, and this is 5.5 by 8.5, and we're going to score it at 4 1/4 and do some cutting. I have my I don't know why I have this out. I have my piercing tool out for some reason. Maybe I will be using it. I'm not sure. Don't know. I have a ruler, and you're going to need a pencil and Tombow glue. And off on the side I have my my Big Shot cutting machine, and we'll be using the Stampin' trimmer. So let's prepare our card base first. And I'll bring the Stampin' trimmer in here, and I'm going to line that up at 4 1/4. And I'm going to score that. Okay, then I'm going to bring my cutting blade up, and I'm going to cut down 2 inches. And over here on the side of it, it has a ruler. You'll see the 2-inch mark, and on the cutter it has a little pointy thing here, and we're just going to bring that down till we get to that 2-inch mark. Okay, and we can cut this piece out. I'm going to flip that over, take it to the 2-inch, and I'm going to cut down to 4 1/4. Now don't throw this piece away or put it away anywhere. We're going to be using that. Okay, so now we have our card base, and I'm going to just fold that, and I'll give it a quick flattening with my bone folder here. So now our card base is ready. We have this little piece here. We'll be using that in a bit. So to make this curve, let's see, where's my die? Let me get that out. This is harder than, not as easy as it looks. I want, let's see, yes, I want this die. Okay, so if you look on here, there's 2 of them, and you'll want one that goes down a little and then swoops down like this. Okay, you'll want that one. And I'm going to use my pencil and my ruler, if I can find it again. There it is. I'm going to measure up 1 3/4 inch here. I'm going to mark that, just make a little mark on the side of my cardstock. I'm going to place this on here, and you want your die just at the top here, touching the top, and you'll have it swoop down to, let's see, where's my little mark? Oh, there it is. And the bottom of it will line up with our little pencil mark. Okay. Now we're going to take some, I have some painter's tape here. This is the delicate painter's tape. I'm just going to hold that in place. You're probably thinking, well, if you have your a magnetic platform, you don't have to do that. Well, yeah, really you do. Got the card open. Let me bring this out. I have my card open now. My bottom of the die is just touching the fold here. Yeah, let me get this on. Let me switch plates. That one's very bent. And I am using my magnetic platform. I saw somewhere that they say that the magnetic platform is a little bit thicker than your regular Sizzix your Sizzix platform. So I'll run that through. I have my regular platform and the detailed border, or the detailed cutting plate off to the side here, just in case I need that. Let me see how that came out. Oh, looks like it cut very well. Okay, just kind of jiggle it a little bit and get it out, and you'll have a little piece here. And I'm just going to snip that right off. Okay, so now we have these lacy leaves going down the front of the card. Now we don't need this anymore. I'll put that aside, put that away later on. But now we need to do our cardstock. Now, on the inside of the card, okay, on this part here, I want the light colors because I'm going to be stamping the happy birthday there. For the inside, on the fold out one, I want a little more color, and then on the outside I want the darkest. What we're going to do, and bring in my Stampin' Cutter again, or my Stampin' Trimmer. Usually I end up doing this on my lap. I'm going to cut, let's see, I want this side. I'm going to cut a strip that's 4 1/4 inches. Get that up there, get my cutting blade there. Got that all lined up here. Okay. Then starting at the bottom, the darkest part, your darkest part, you want a piece of that, 3 1/4 inches. Okay, the next one, again, 3 1/4 inches. And then the remaining piece should be 5 1/2 inches. And it is. So we did everything right. In woodworking they have a saying, it's measure twice, cut once. So before you start this, make sure you're doing it right. You want one piece that's very dark, one piece that's kind of in between, and then a light piece. Put that aside, and this piece will stay just as it is, and these two are the ones that I'm going to cut for this card. So I'm going to put this on the front of my card and bring it out just a little bit, and just where that die cut starts, I'm going to make a little pencil mark. And I'm going to slide it over a little bit so that this side peeks out, this edge peeks out, and right at the bottom of that die cut, I'm going to make another little pencil mark. And get my other dies out here, because I need just the plain bordered cutting edge. Okay, and that's this one. They have other ones that are all fancy, but I don't want those. I just want a plain cutting edge. Okay, so now I want this the same way as on my card. So I want to bring my card here. I want to look at both of them together. Remember, measure once, measure twice, cut once. I want to make sure this is correct. And I just want the top of my die touching this mark. And I want, again, the top of my die touching this mark. Okay. But do make sure that your curve's going the correct way. I'm going to run that through my die cutting machine. See, I told you, this is really a fiddly card. Definitely not a quick throw it together and run out the door 10 minutes before the party kind of thing. But it's well worth it, I think. It's a gorgeous, it came out really gorgeous. Okay, so now I have my piece cut here. And before I cut any more, I'm going to just put it on my card front and make sure that that I've done it correctly. And I have. You see? I want just a little edge of that Tranquil Tide showing below the leaves, and that's exactly how it worked for me. Okay, so now we're going to take our other piece. This is the kind of the medium color, and I'm going to put these wrong sides together. You see? You want this side facing your other paper. And I'm going to take this die again. I'm going to bring it, I'm going to slide it down. It's jumping around because I have it on the magnetic platform. I'm going to slide that down, and you'll be able to feel when you hit the other piece of paper. When you hit that top piece of paper, it's going to kind of catch. So I'm going to put my tape on. I'm going to slide this piece of paper out and not moving that, because we want this exactly the same, but backwards, but opposite, for the inside of that front panel on the card. We're going to cut that out. And peel that paper off. Ooh, it's peeling that paper. I'm glad that's not on a part that I want to save. And so now we have the inside of our card cut out. I can put this away because I'm done die cutting now. Thank goodness. Oh no, I'm not. Wow, I almost forgot. Let me find that little die that I got from AliExpress, because we're going to cut some little swirly things for under our flowers. It's a nice little swirly, scrolly thing with leaves on it. It's just perfect with a tropical, with the tropical look of this card. So that was silly. I got the paper cut out now, not the die. Okay, so there's the die. And I like this part here, so I'm going to put that part on my bit of paper here. Let me get my other plate on top and run that through. I forget if I used the precision plate or not on this one, but we'll see in a minute. Like I said, I heard that the magnetic platform is a little thicker, so you can get, no, I mean my precision plate. Oh my, okay. Let me get this out of the way. So I have the precision plate and then the regular, just everyday platform for my thing, and it's all the way closed. Number 2 tab. Now we'll crank that through. That's a little harder to crank. I'm hoping this comes out real well this time. I can't complain too much about these dies because, my goodness, they're usually only a couple dollars. So they do take a little, sometimes they take a little bit of fiddling. And I need to get all that extra paper off, and it looks like it cut pretty good that time. Get that out. that's one of these, I'm going to cut another one. Alright, there's that one. Oh, there's a little piece. Let's get that out. And just put that on there however best I can. On that piece of paper. It's shifted. Not using our magnetic platform anymore. Things move around. And I'll roll that one through. And we'll get that out. Yeah, this is a pretty die. I've gotten quite a few dies from that website, and they're very inexpensive for what you could get one die from, like, you know, one of the big name people. You can get like a whole bunch of them. They do take a long time to get here, because gosh only knows where they're coming from. Malaysia and China and India and all different places, I guess. Okay, so now we have our components. We've got some nice little curlicues. We have our flowers. We have our card. Let me get rid of that. We don't need that. Let's get our Tombow in here. And we'll start by putting our pieces on. I'm going to be using the Tombow glue. And this will go on the front of our card. This is the dark colored one. If you've cut these right, there's no way to put it on wrong and have it look right. Okay, now we have this one. That's the second piece we cut. Tombow that. Put that down in place. And then we'll put the big piece. Get out of the way there, little curlicue flower or leaf thing. Put that in place. Line all those edges up. Okay, then I'm going to stamp my happy birthday now. I probably should have done that before I put this piece in place. But I have high hopes. I'm going to put that down here because it's going to be hidden behind here. It'll be hidden behind the front part of the card. So there we go. That turned out nice, thank goodness. Then I'll bring in my, while I'm working on the inside, I'm going to put my toucan right there. Oh, he's going to be lovely. Get some Tombow glue on there. Carefully pick it up so I don't get glue all over my fingers. And set that right in that corner. Okay, now see, when you close it, our toucan's going to be peeking out, just like our cockatoo did here. My card got a little wonky here. Let me straighten that up. There we go. Alright, so now we've got the inside actually is finished, and we can do the outside. The next thing I'll do is I'll put our little It's Your Special Day banner that I just cut out from that Heartfelt Creations cardstock. I think it's wonderful the way these colors just blend right in. They go nicely with the Stampin' Up products. I'll put that down in the corner here. I have it just a little bit up from the bottom and right to the edge. Okay, so there you go. Just bring that up so you can see that. And now we can put our little scrolly things on here. And I'm not going to glue the whole thing. I'm just going to put some glue, just enough to hold it on. Maybe a little bit on the leaves here. I can hold the scrolly things and not get glue on myself. I'll put one coming out this way. And then I'll do the same on this one. And I'm going to have that come right to the edge of the card here, and showing as much as I can without actually covering any of our letters on the banner here. I think I'll cut a little bit of this off. Because I think that might show outside of our flowers. So then the next thing we'll do, if you have a hot glue gun, you could use a hot glue gun at this point. But I'm just going to use my Tombow, put a good sized glop of Tombow on the back here. And I'm going to put my larger flower here. I want to make sure that that's making good contact with my card. And I'll do the same on my small flowers. Put a little one kind of off to the side. I'm going to flatten this one out a little bit. And I want to tuck it underneath that one. And I'll do this one next. And that, I'm going to flatten that one out a little bit too. They're nice and stiff. I just tuck that underneath there. Give it a little poke. Make sure they're making good contact. And there we go. There's our card. Just have to wait for the Tombow glue to dry. So I'll very carefully open this, and there's the inside and the front of it. So took a little bit of work, but I think you'll agree these are really, really pretty cards. So if you've liked this video, then be sure you hit the like button down below. If you'd like to see more of my videos, then hit the subscribe button. And if there are any Stampin' Up products that you'd like to purchase that I've used in this video, then you can do that either through my Facebook page or my website. And as always, I'll have a list of all the materials that I used down below. So y'all take care, stay safe, and happy stamping.